This video is to hopefully help you repair a stiff turning faucet. This is out of our bathroom, and it's a Pfister unit. First thing you need to do is figure out if it is your valve itself or if it's your handle that is difficult to turn. I've got the valve out right now. You don't necessarily have to take the valve out to do this job. But I wanted to bring it down here and show you guys. I can turn this easily with my fingers, and it feels good. So there's nothing wrong with my valve. This unit is really simple to take apart. You just have this nut right here that holds this water line on, and then this one is a quick disconnect. They are sealed with O-rings. So like this doesn't have to be super tight. It's usually just finger tight, and that's it. And this is just this has a quick release tabs on it. You just push those together and this all drops out. It's super simple. And I'll put some O-ring grease on these before I put it back together. But other than that, this thing is ready to go, so it's good. So my main problem was with this handle setup right here. I had a couple of issues. One, it was just dry and it did not have any type of lubrication in it anymore. Another is you end up with corrosion and soap scum leaking its way or around through here, the top of the handle. And I also had a cut O-ring right here. You can see that. So I got a new O-ring for it. I've got it slid on right there. This is like a friction ring up here. I did not replace it. I think it's fine. And then the bottom O-ring is right here. I think it's good to go. So we're going to leave it alone. So one of the big deals here is you need to get this thing cleaned and then lubricated. I use picks to get in and remove as much of this corrosion as I could. And then I set it in an ultrasonic cleaner. You don't have to use an ultrasonic cleaner, but I've got one, so I used it. Again, around the bottom of this stand here, I cleaned out most of the corrosion, and I've actually got this lubed up here with some grease already, but I ran my pick through all these little grooves and notches and whatever else in here. Another thing you need to look at is this thing was all held together with a snap ring. This is the cold side. For whatever reason, this, the cold side and the hot side have two different styles of snap rings. This side does not have the little circles that that you would use, the holes that you would set a normal set of snap ring pliers in. The hot side did, and I don't understand why that is, but that's the way it was. But anyway, we're gonna lube this thing up really good with some O-ring grease, and I am being very liberal with this stuff. I think of this as kind of like a your packed wheels on an axle. Between the bearing sets, you have this hollow, this cavity between the two, and we're going to fill all that up with grease. Again, this is just O-ring grease. I suppose that Vaseline would do the same thing here, but I've got O-ring grease, so we're going to use it. Just get quite a lot of that in there, because we don't want to do this again for a really long time. I'm actually probably going to get a hold of Pfister and see if they'll send me a couple new handles, because these things are getting corroded and they're not looking real hot. Yeah, if I got a new set of handles, I'd probably throw them in there. So we're just going to slide this in here. We're going to make a little bit of a mess here. There we go. That's good and tight. Now all I've got to do is wipe this out, and there's going to be a friction ring that sets down in there. don't know if you can see that down in there or not. I don't know if my camera's going to focus forward or not, but anyway, this friction ring goes in there first, and then the snap ring, and then after that this whole thing will push down and then just spin right onto this valve like that, and that turns with one finger. That feels really great. Again, I don't have my friction ring or my O-ring in there yet. I'll get that here in just a few minutes. It's going to be a tedious task, especially without the holes for the snap ring pliers. So I'm going to shut my camera off so you don't have to watch me deal with that for 10 minutes straight. But anyway, that's how you repair a hard to turn faucet.